Hmm. Testing. Well, I'll have to listen to this back unless somebody jumps in. Hey, what's up? I'm just checking. What does the sound like? Can't know if I'm on this one or trying to get. I hear a hissing in my ears, but right now it says it's on this one, but I think it was. Say hi. How you doing, Mitch? I didn't even give you that. So if I go to this is on, I believe, the USB that I always used to use, and then what is this? Slightly quiet. Okay, I can turn it up. How about there? Is that better? As far as should be in volume wise, it should be better. And then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this other. Actually, the speaker inside the computer, I think, is better than this. We'll see. So did it come up better? Okay, I can turn it up even more, but let me try this other microphone first, Mitch. Okay, I'm gonna switch. Okay, I switched over. Tell me what the difference is between. What? No, wait, no, it didn't go. Hold on. Why isn't it going? Communication headset. Not letting me go to the real tech. Let me unplug it. So, okay. Can you hear anything now? Can you hear me now? Let's see. It should be. Now this is the. Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? This is the one inside the computer, Mitch. Now, but I've got the other one completely unplugged. I don't hear anything in my ears, but I'm not plugged into the computer. But for some reason, this is that one that I used to use all the time. And I don't know why. I know there's a lot of noise. I'm in the garage. So you can hear better or hear you okay? Okay. Let me see. Let me turn it up a little. Is it quiet or let me adjust? How about that? Is it any better? Louder? Anyone? Speakers are there. I could probably take these headphones off, and I can actually probably use see if it comes out that. Hello. No, let me see. Yeah. Tell me, what do you think? One bubble got smaller. A bit of an echo. Hey, Andy, how you doing? I have the echo cancel. It could be that I'm inside the garage too. I've been working on the shadow. I changed out a floorboard. I put on the correct mirrors, and it's running a lot better. I'm still waiting. It sounds good to me. Okay, good. I picked it up from Honda. I took it to Honda. The guy, the last time I sent it to him, he tried to do the best he could and do it again, and he struck out. He wouldn't even take any money. He's really a good guy. I like him, and for a lot of the stuff, I'll use him. But I was at Honda because what did I take in? Oh, I took in the Forza to have its big maintenance done. And when I picked it up, I asked the guy. Sim had followed me, the oldest daughter, and the guy that I've been dealing with, I bought him pizza and stuff when he worked on the Forza last time. He's the head mechanic there, an older guy. And I said, can you work on shadows? It's a 750 download. They make them in 400, 600, 750, 1100, and I think 1300. Water cooled V twin, a damn good motorcycle and reasonable. The 750s are harder to find and a little bit more money, but not bad. Hey, Paul. So he took it in. It's running way better. It's still got a little bit of an after fire. He said he took the carburetor apart. He said now the guy that I originally took it to said run the 95 or 97 what is it, alcohol or gasohol or whatever the hell it is. Now this guy's telling me it's a 1992. He said the thing's all set up to run 91. He said run 91 in it. He said if you're not going to run it for a long time, you're going to have to, drain it or it's going to get all shitty. But I'll ride it, 3 times a week or something. And the Forza's right behind it. You can see the top box. And I still, I guess I'm a Honda guy now. I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but I do. And like I said, it's reasonable. I think I paid $110 for it. And I put a little bit in. I put Dunlops on it. They were a little pricey. And I've done a little bit of work to it. But I like it. So I'm going to take a little ride on it. Well, what he did was he said, it's not exactly perfect. He's got a buddy that's a guru, I guess, on the aftermarket stuff for the Honda V-twins, the Steeds, the Shadows, the Yamaha's V-twin, the Kawasaki's Vulcan, all those pretty much the same, I guess. And he's making me, this thing has 4 spark plugs. He's making me a set of 4 spark plugs for this. And he ordered from Japan. It's an air fuel mixture. Is off. People, they stick on pipes and stuff and they don't do anything to the intake and they've got a problem. Or they do vice versa, or they do both, but they don't do it correctly. So you're either getting too much air. This is a lean condition here. So it's a lot better. But he said this piece needs to come from Japan. It's going to take a month to get. So he goes, go ahead and write it. You'll be fine. I'm going to pull a plug and look at it myself. And but I could tell I could live with what it's doing now. I don't want to, but I could. So I'll let him take it one more time in a month. He did all the work on it. Took the thing's a pain in the ass. It's got a V. It's a weird dual carbs upside down and shit. It's a weird freaking setup. But I guess once everything's dialed in and once they are, I guess they're dependable as hell. And this one's can't see it, but you just barely see the chain right there. It's a chain drive. The 1100 only came in the drive shaft deal, but this one, the 750 to 600s, I think, and even the 400s, I think they came both ways. But the difference between the 4 and the 600s and the 750, I did a comparison for a friend of mine, and very close to the same. Motors considerably smaller, but the actual physical dimensions on seat height, width, length, all that kind of crap, wheelbase, tire size. Now this one's been changed to more. This reminds me of my Dyna, my '08 Dyna. I think it's got a instead of a 15, it's got a 16 on the back, and instead of a 17 on the front, which I believe is what they came stock with, it's got a 19, and that's exactly how my '08. It actually sits quite a bit like it. Except I don't even have running boards. Running boards I put on it because my feet are numb, and now to have that peg and my foot on that peg, it sucks. Anyway, let's see. So anyway, that was it. I just wanted to go. You say that the sound's okay, and I know the picture 720 is all I'm gonna get. So, but I've been messing around with the microphone. Obviously, isn't gonna work. I'm gonna try a different microphone. The microphone that you guys are hearing me now is the one that's actually in that all-in-one monitor, everything Acer computer that I bought from my wife's work as my backup computer. And then I've got a little 24-inch monitor here that's a piece of shit. So I'm gonna get rid of that. But anyway, so let's see. Let me check one more thing here. I guess I could put a screen in. It's a little weird, right? I think I just as soon see the garage. You can see the kayak there. I'm going to bring that down and work on that next. Whatever they did and whatever was going on with the, let me get out of this, with the Forza, like I said, a rat or something got up into the fan, the cooling fan, and that was what I heard. When I brought it in, he brought up the dates on everything and said it's due for its big service anyway. So I did it. Whatever he did, whether it was some stuff in the air filter or with something he cleaned or whatever, thing runs twice as good as it did when I brought it in. So something was up. So now I know the way it should run. So if I do experience any kind of a drop off, I'll take it in. Yeah, I like my one that's inside Hello, but I've been moving stuff. I've been working on the bikes. Like I said, I took off the old mirrors, put the stock mirrors on, put one running board on that I'm going to remount. They're mounted shittily, and they're kind of crappy running boards. I'm going to find out. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I guess that's going to maybe, I don't know, for the amount of that I do live streams out here. But right now, down low, in case you haven't caught any of the stuff, this it's got a 2-ton air conditioner. Right now, it's probably, I don't know, 26 degrees Celsius in here, going away. You can see that right there is all the solar. It says 6.2 kW of solar. Right now it's running my man cave, my pond 24/7, and this. And now I plugged in. You watched my last video. I moved the trailer to where it's going to go. Right now is the first time I plugged it in. So all that's running. So it's trying to charge. And it is. This is that same, I think I showed you guys the program before. I have this on all three. This is the one that's actually sitting on my bench over here. It's the 100 amp hour, 12 volt solar system for the kayak. Now I've got, sorry. So I've got 3 of them now. All right, this one is 49 volts. So this is it's discharging at about 900 watts. If I went over and looked at the solar, we're probably pulling in about 4,000 watts. So it's discharging, but still have 86% of the battery. If no sun or anything was to come in or stop right now, it would run 7 hours and 18 minutes with the load it has on right now. I'm running 200 amp hours of 51 volt batteries in here, and now and that's, like I said, that's also charging the trailer, and the trailer is at, I got to figure out what numbers these are because I'm guessing 49%. It was dead when I plugged it in an hour and a half ago, maybe. And it says the way that it's going now with the 600 amps through the charger, why it isn't pulling anymore, I don't know. Probably this is limiting it because I believe that the charger, if I was to plug in like to a regular whatever that isn't monitored by the solar, it would pull like, 2,000 watts or something. So anyway, 7 hours, it says it would be charged. So I'll leave it plugged in. I'll probably shut off that breaker overnight so it doesn't drain this system, because it is my backup for the pond and everything. But I'm going to be doing some testing. Kenny's here, I think. I'm testing the microphone actually, but now I'm talking about the solar again. And I worked on I got the shadow back, and I changed out floorboards and changed out new mirrors, the stock mirrors, got rid of the funky ones that were on there. And the Forza's in here too. You saw the Forza. But it's limited at 700 watts, 661 watts on charging. So if I didn't have the cover over the trailer, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it there, it would stay charged. I've had it outside for 2 months now or whatever before we started all this stuff, and it stayed 100% charged. And they would go out there and turn on the air conditioner and sit there for a while, watch everybody what they're doing and that kind of stuff. But we'll have to see. We have 11:30 flight to Bangkok Thursday night. When anybody recommend eating a brownie? I would always advocate medicating in some way. And that's the best way to do that. And I'm still going to try that too. I know I have to talk about that. But Kenny came by and saw the system. I'm digging it. I don't know if I told Kenny. Kenny's still here. That bank account, I didn't lose anything on it. It was only for a year, not 2 years. So it did. I don't know. It was like 8,000 baht in interest. So we did that. Went and got the 5Q of rock, 5Q of sand, 15 bags of concrete, the steel for the fence, and the concrete post. And when I went over to take this to get it registered, the girls followed me. They took the numbers they needed, and we went over to the place that we're going to buy. We're buying 2 meter long roofing. It's painted on one side, and it's going to be 1.5 meters tall, and we're going to put 50 centimeters into the ground. So he'll start on that probably. When is he going to start on that? Yeah, I got that post hole digger. That should be here probably tomorrow or the next day. He'll probably start like Wednesday. But I do have the pricing, what it should cost me, just your guys only. You're the only ones. You're very special. To go not across the front, because that's going to match my other one. It's going to be mostly gate, so that I can swing in the trailer. But come all the way down the 2 things of property, cross the back, and then halfway up, because of course my house is over there. So I only need to go half up that side. 52,000 baht. That's for drilling all the holes, putting 2 inches of concrete across the bottom, setting the post down on their level, filling up around their 20, that auger I got that drills the holes. I think it's 25 centimeters. Fill that up with concrete. Then we use that regular tubing that, and I don't know what size it is. It looks like it's about 2 by 1. And 2 of those above and below on the concrete, and then drill the fencing to the steel. And that'll keep out anything the dogs. She wants the dogs to run free, and I don't blame her. Well, then once we get that done in the front, he's going to give me a separate price for the front. But I thought it was reasonable. What is that? And it cost me, that included, it was going to be, was it 52? Is that right? Yeah. 52. No, wait. 44. 54. No, that's 52 and 15. So it's 60, sorry. 67. It's 52 for the material and 15 for the labor. So 60, and it's, I don't know, I think it's a lot of fence. You are here, okay, cool. So we'll see. I'll probably do videos on that, obviously. I'm kind of curious on the auger to see how that's going to go, and then I'm guessing I'm trying to keep it at 100,000. So basically, it's like 65. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 35, 40,000 for the front fence with the gate and the thing. He built the gate that I have on. I'll have him build the exact same way that he built that one, and shouldn't be a problem. And then I still got, because that account came out. I thought I had more in there, but I guess I had 300,000 in there. So I still have 2. I was gonna get a couple of projects, but I think I'm gonna roll into 100,000 baht 6.2 kW system on Ubon. So that'll eat 100. I got 100 left. I told my wife we need to get the house sold here so I can recoup. But I'll throw that 100 in the ring, and should be able to maybe get the foundation in. I think that I can build it. I said $500,000. I think I can build it 2-bedroom, simple tie house like this garage. I'm saying 350, maybe 400. So if I can do that at 100, I ought to get foundation, probably the concrete poles up, and I'm hoping the frame for the roof and maybe a roof on it. And if I can do that, that would be awesome. Then I'll just let him, just like he did here, block it up, smooth coat it, paint it, 2 bedrooms down one side, come in the door, 2 bedrooms down this side, straight ahead in the back, 1 bathroom, right to the left, the kitchen, front of the kitchen, a living room. That's it. All that, in a rectangle. That is approximately, I got the drawings in the other man cave. But I think if I can do it for 350, I'd be a happy camper. Because anything that I save from what we sell there and to get my money back is going to go in. We're going to give it to her mom and dad, so they have a little something. Not that they'll ever use it. It's going to end up going to my wife anyway. So, but I'd be happy if I could do that. That would be awesome. And that one even like this, because this was 149,000 baht for this 21 by 21, 400 square foot. And if I could make this a 1-bedroom, no problem, and live in it. It would have cost me another 20,000 baht, or something, to put up a couple of walls, 1 bathroom, a little kitchen, small kitchen, nothing. Probably do a barbecue outside if I was living there. And that would be for anybody that was coming to Thailand. Maybe they want to lease, they want their own place. Maybe they want to lease land for, whatever, 90 years or whatever the hell they lease it for, well after I'll be dead and gone, and take out of their pocket, $10,000 US and build a little something that they call their own, on their own piece of property with, that you can gate off and do what you want to it. At least they'll know that it can be done for them. And that's all hiring, at the going rate, Thai people to build. So let's see. So anyway, I according to, and Kenny, I can't get them to call the guy. According to what they're saying, this particular, remember we were going back and forth. He said this is an original, and the other are fake, so China copies of this Power Mister. All the other ones and everything that I've always had those Wi-Fi connections. I mean, it's the norm on anyone, from everyone that's built in China to every place. He said that this one doesn't have the port for it, doesn't have anything. I said, well, can you call the guy and find out? Because I wouldn't have bought it. I want to be able to be in, out in the middle of nowhere and pull it up like I can my house over there and see exactly what it's doing, how many watts it's using, everything. So we'll have to see. So the one that I'm going to do is I'm going to buy that exact same one that Kenny's the one I'm talking to, if he's still here. I'm going to buy that exact same one, that 6.2, and put it in. Like I said, he's got those. He's buying the one for this house, load shedding deal that you can program. And the first thing on this house is going to be, if there's too much power going out or coming in, shut down all the hot water heaters and then start peeling back air conditioners. Mine in my bedroom being the last one. So still cool. So I'm going to do that. So hopefully I've already done it. We went to the bank yesterday, and did it, changed the bank accounts and took it out of that one, put it in another one. So everything's ready to go. Already took out of that, paid for the auger, paid for the steel, paid for the sand rock, everything that I mentioned to get started on this. So, and as soon as he can commit, he's supposed to be back here, I think in a half, 2 weeks, as soon as he gets his stuff from China. In fact, I might call him up and say, go ahead and order another one of those controllers, because we're going to put one of those on Ubon. And the only reason I'm doing that, if I'm there, I'll just tell the kids and my wife, no, make sure you shower. Now, all three, you don't shower at the same time unless you're in the same shower. Now, that would be a little weird. But, that kind of stuff. But with the aunt and uncle there and the caretaker and all that, they're not going to think about it. So if it does it automatically, anything above 60 amps, it just starts shedding the load. And I don't know if I told you that or not, Kenny. Still shopping for panels before I make a decision. Go to that website. Did you go to that website and look at what he has? Because I think he has some that are $49.50, or they're under 50. I think he's in the 1800. Like I said, if you can get anything between 17, 18 to 2, I think that's going to be a pretty fair price, and stay within that. Yeah, the Facebook page. And that's the one that I asked him about the battery on. And he did. I did it right through his Facebook, and he answered me a couple hours later. And I was the same way with what you said when you sent me. It would be nice if I had 300 amp right there up against that. I don't need that, even half of that sticking out, So not that that's a big deal either. I really dig what he built. And I know you took a bunch of pictures of it. So you've got something rattling around in your brain about doing that. But I'm going to use that same controller, the Wi-Fi deal that you put down. He says he will buy all the breakers and do it with that switch deal, and he doesn't need the breaker box. So I'll just let him do that. And I still haven't gotten a price from him, but he did say that he, like I told you, that he'd be willing to, entertain the idea, but it could be a month down the road. And I told him I don't think you were, off to the, off to the races and have to have it done by Tuesday. But I would just get annoyed if I lost my power 3 or 4 times a week. Like I said, with what I'm seeing here, marbles. You hear, if I have a bad connection or something? Or am I reading? Oh, no hurry. Okay. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with the 2 batteries there. And then if I want to bump up this when we build the house, I'll buy some bigger batteries, take these 2, put them in series in Ubon, and then not have a problem. I just want to have enough that if I go there, that I can run my air conditioner in my bedroom all night long and not kill those 2 batteries. I don't know if that's possible or not. We'll see. Rattling around your head. Okay. Like I said, I don't know. It's kind of no-brainer for me because of the situation that I'm in Ubon. Here, I did it because I don't want to pay anything. Like right now, I'm not paying anything. I got 2 air conditioners, a trailer plugged in, charging its batteries, and I'm still, where am I at? I think it's this one. No, I gotta rename these because they're all just their original numbers that they came with. 84% right now. It's overcast. I'll tell you exactly. Right now it says it's discharging at 1,300 watts. Let's see what it's putting out. .8, 3,800 watts right now. And if I set it there's not a blue patch in the sky. It's all overcast. So I'm real happy with those panels, but they were real, like I said, they were real expensive. But like I said, it's a no-brainer for me. And I haven't had to worry about my pond, any kind of problem with that. Hopefully with this load shedding deal on my house, I won't have to worry about anything on that. And maybe I can get down to, $1,000 baht a month or something, 1,500. I don't care. Just as long as I know it's working correctly, I'm fine. And all this, and just to let you guys know, I got to figure out the internet. This is all coming off of my hotspot that is also MT. And it looks like it's got a shitty signal. But hey, Paul, how you doing? Hope everything's well. Yeah, happy with that. And like I said, it's discharging at 2. It's still holding 80. I haven't done anything to that battery, just sitting there. And I know I didn't get in here early this morning, but I know it was 60%. I think when I got over here to jump on the shadow and drive it over to the Thai DMV is the only way I know how to do it. I'm good. Thank you for asking. A lot better, actually, feeling wise. Just need to lose some weight, get a little healthy, and hopefully maybe live, 15, 20 years. I don't necessarily think I'm going to, but I'll give it a shot. Gonna have some fun in the meantime. I'm doing the trailer and I'm gonna lower the kayak. I gotta get the wheels and get everything on that and arrange stuff in here. I gotta get my truck in here too. But I want to go to not the Sisaket one, but the one here in Surin, the little reservoir deal. Maybe take the kayak. I'm thinking about I've been screwing around with some weights on there. The daughter's driving the 125 all the time now. She loves it. Thinking about buying an e-bike and putting an e-bike on there, one of those fat tired e-bikes, something similar to, I'm looking at one, let's see. Let me share this with you guys. Share screen. Something like this, not necessarily, I don't want to spend that much money, but something like that, that'll do, 20, 30 miles on a charge. And, I just never, even with the, having the 125 there, and this thing only weighs, 125 weighs 275 pounds, and this thing weighs, they weigh in neighborhood of 70 to 80 pounds. So I think it's the way to go. I'm going to check. There's a couple of them that are cheaper, but something like that, I think is what I want to get out. They make them with suspension. This one has suspension on the front, but not on the back. Something that has both suspension on front and back. Let's see, one of these do. This one doesn't have it on the back. The ones that I've seen are set up just like this, but they have a single shock on the back. And a couple of the stuff I've seen on them doing on as far as on YouTube, reviewing them, they're I think they'll be perfect. But like this one here is the one I'm looking at. It's pretty cheap. The guy hasn't answered me, so I don't know if he already sold it or what. But as you can see, it's got a lot of good reviews. It's got that single shock right in the sit, and then it's got forks, and the suspension looked perfect. So something like that only weighs 80 pounds. Don't have to put as much counterweight on the front of the trailer, and I don't know, make it easier. I can lift it on and off if I wanted to, but I do have there. If I get the lift to be 95, I might have to use it to pull up there. But anyway, I think it'd be a smart thing to do. I think I can pick one up even if I can't get one as cheap as that one. 15 for a secondhand. Someone that bought it, thought they were going to use it and didn't. I think it would be perfect on the back. But I want to go get the kayak in the water again. There is I think I mentioned the last live stream. There is a two-motored propulsion. So I have to make little deals that swing down, but it's on a joystick around my neck. And one will run forward and the other will run backwards, and you can just turn on a dime. Thing gets away from me, I can bring it right back to me. So I don't have to swim after anything. But they're about 10,000 baht. So I haven't sprung loose with the cash yet. But that's what I wanted to do. That at least get out. I figured the Serin one, even if I don't have the e-bike, I'll take the 125 and just relax out there during the week. A couple of days, I want to come home for lunch. I'll jump on the 125. It's like 10 minutes to the house, and have fun. Maybe do a video or something. I haven't done any. I actually enjoyed doing the camping video. And I've had this thing for like 5 years now maybe 3. And this is the leather one. I had a jean one before, but it's just now starting to fall apart. And I ordered 2 of them. One is the same thing that's weatherproof, and one of them just the regular, just like this, I think. This one might have been weatherproof too. Oh, yeah, they're supposed to be delivered today. I believe the auger and stuff, though, isn't going to come until tomorrow. Let me see. Where's Lasada, my favorite place in the world? They already delivered them. I'll call the daughter. The bag, I'll show you. It's basically the same thing. But they're cheap. 169 baht for that one. And the other one was, let's see. The other one, I believe this is the one that's waterproof. Let's see. That's the gray, but I got the one in black anyway. You can see it right there. Let's see. That one. Basically the same. That one's 179. So I don't know, $6. The other one, $5. But I did. If Kenny's still here, they delivered the tips for the welder and the 2 rolls of wire. So I can start parting around. I did find the table in the house, so I got to put that together. And I got a bunch of. I got to get a cutoff saw because I got a 14-inch one. They're about that same manufacturer's 1,500 baht. So I think I should order that and get that. Panel shopping and listening. Perfect. But yeah, I don't know. I know that there was a guy out of Bangkok. He had 600 watt panels or 550s. I can't remember. They were 1,800 baht each, and you had to go pick them up because any place that's around, they're going to kill you on shipping, whether it be Lasada or whatever. Oh, look at Lasada. Say, oh, that's a good buy. It's $1,850 a bot, and they 400 bought a panel to deliver it. So just kind of keep your eye on that. But the guy said he has a place in. He has batteries too. I just never. It ended up transpiring to do this, and I just let it go the way wide. But I might contact him before or try if I even have the information. But they were 1850, and the panels were 49 point something. They were either 550 or 600, so either 5.5 kW or 6 kW with 10 panels, and you could run 10 in the string, and 1,800 each, and you go pick them up. You load them in the back of your pickup truck, but you have to drive to Bangkok. So it all depends, right? So I'll have to see what goes on with that. But I'm imagining as soon as I get in here and we dial in the house, because I already told them whatever you got to do to the house to make it the way that you know that it should be, then you're going to spend the whole day. I'll pay you for your day's wages, and we're going to shut off the grid, and we're going to pull amp draws on everything in the house, and we're going to try that load shedding thing. And I want to make sure before you leave all day long, I'll feed you whatever the hell you want. I want to make sure that things work in the way I think it should. And he said, no problem. So once he does that, then I'm going to finagle him into a date. He can just stay at my house in Ubon, and I can't see it taking him more than 2 or 3 days. And he can take his guys with him, 2 guys, whatever it is. And I'm still going to try to keep it below that 100,000. That's what I'm shooting at. But I want him to make a couple of dollars too. But we'll have to see. But that's what I'm hoping for. If he comes out in 2 weeks, he should have everything. I'll start bugging him in about a week. Okay, to get the stuff from China. Otherwise, he'll just the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Is that it? I don't want to bust his balls, but it's been in there over a year. So get him here. Once I get him here, I'll nail him down. And he'd tell me, take whatever you think it's going to take. 2, 3 days. I can't see it taking more than 3 days if you're there the whole time. I don't think it'll take him more than 2 days, especially to do it the way that I had talked to you about, Kenny, is taking that out. Now that it's got this load shedding and that's a 63 amp coming in, I just can't see any problem that it will cause except for throw a breaker, even if the load shedding doesn't work. And especially like you're there. My uncle, he's smart enough that, hey, if everything goes out, go check the breaker, because this is the way it's set up. But hopefully that load shedding deal will work. We'll have to see. So I guess what I'm saying is it is possible that we'll have an up and running system in Ubon in 3 weeks or so, and that'll give you more. In fact, if you even want to come out to Ubon, I mean, we got 4 bedrooms there. You guys want to come out and spend a day or two when we go for a weekend or something, check out the system, which we probably will do after it's installed, you're more than welcome. And you can take a look at everything, what he did. Maybe even when they're putting it in, maybe you want to watch what he's doing. Maybe you want to, pick his brain as he's doing it, and also talk about, hey, I need you to come by. I can do a lot of stuff. I just need you for 1 day, bang, 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 and whatever, and probably save yourself even more money. And we'll know, like I said, how it's going to work. Because that house probably has maybe a couple more air conditioners, but probably fairly similar to the loads. It's got the kitchen, it's got a refrigerator, he's got an electric oven. There's 5 air conditioners, but they never run like that. The pump and the well pump is solar, so it's just the pressure pump. So it's probably fairly similar. Yeah, because they're trying to screw me. They got a gun to my head. Give us 300,000 baht, and we'll put a transformer on the pole outside your house so that everybody else can use it, but you're going to pay 300,000 baht. I said, no, wrong farang, not this farang. I'll go off the grid completely. Even if I'll spend 300,000 just on solar so that I don't have to use the grid rather than put that thing on the pole. Ain't happening. Not going to do it. I'm adamant about it. And who else? I think it was somebody else that was getting. Was Kenny? Was it one of your friends that was getting the same deal? That you need to pay 300,000 baht. I think it was one of your buddies. It might have been that Mark. I don't know. But I'll be happy with that. And then, like I said, if I can get a third of that 2-bedroom house done with the last 100,000 out of that, I'll be a happy camper. By then, hopefully the other property will sell. I'll put $1.3 million or $4 million in my bank account and give mom and dad 200,000 or 300,000, whatever, depending on what we sell it for, 5,000, 500, 600, whatever it is, and then they can do some improvements here if they want to. It should work out good. Just got to sell it, I told my wife I don't want to give it away, but if the thing's only worth $1.5 million, how are we going to ask $2 million? Don't work that way. You may want to get $3 million. I would. I want to get 3, but I'll never get the 3. But I'd like to get the 1.5 and get my dough back. Free shipping. Well, that's good. Yeah, and I wouldn't even mind because I know if they do like PG&E or something like that, or the logical, being a logical person, is okay. I'll upfront the 300 to have it done, but everybody that sucks off of that has to throw in 20,000 or 40,000 or 50,000 baht, to use that one once it comes up and everybody's fairly distributed. Then at least that's something I could think about. But they didn't even. I said, so anybody? Oh yeah, anybody. Okay. So I'll wait for the other guy to put it in, and then I'll do it. So I might have to bump that one up a little bit. That's why I'm saying I might get a big battery for this at 300 amp hour, maybe bigger, a couple of them, depending on what I need for the property here. But I'll take these two and tie them into Duobon because I'll probably use the same batteries. We'll have to see. And then I'll have 400 amp hour of batteries there, and I know that will cover everything. And like I said, as long as the sun's peeking out, like I could show it, I mean, it's completely overcast. I don't see, everything's white in the sky. So it's not like there's even blue patches, and it's still, let's see. Oh, and there was another thing that I wanted to tell you, and I don't have any idea why this happened, but everybody's been talking about all this bank shit and all that kind of crap. They shut off my internet banking. I went to use it today because Sim came and asked me, can I order off a line? Man, me and Shu get something to eat. I said, yeah, just let me know how much it was. 320 baht. I went to go to my app. Your online has been shut down. Called the number that it said it's because your SIM card does not match, your name does not match the name on the bank account. And I said, well, my wife just sent me, she happens to work. I called them sarcastically. So my wife works for NT. She sent me, I've got it right here on my phone. I'm looking at it, says Mr. David Joseph Clark. And I know my bank account says David Joseph Clark. So what are you guys doing? Oh, well, you have to bring it in and have it verified. I said, I already did this when I changed my passport 2 years ago. I did it and brought it in. You went in and, well, you're going to have to do it again. And I said, are you guys going to do this to me like maybe once a week, or are you going to bust my balls, 8 times a year? What are you going to do? Because I depend on my online banking, And the guy was decent. You could tell he was trying to pacify me. I didn't get crazy, but I did get a little agitated because I got to go there now. I don't like going to Robinson just to walk around. I'm going to have to go there probably with my wife. She'll want to stop 10, 12, 15 freaking places. And, So anyway, so I don't know. When I do go there, and I'll let you guys know why they did it. I'm going to say, hey, man, this little lady right here, she's a bigwig at NT. She's the one that's got it here. Here's the readout. Says I haven't done an MFN deal on changing my SIM card. And you're saying my SIM card doesn't match the name on my bank. And so anyway, I'm going to cause a little bit of, I can't go there and not bust a little bit of them. I was going to try to get a hold of you because, and I don't know, no one probably watched my deal, but after I watched your live stream on those brackets and all that deal, you got to be careful about, and I'm just telling you this, you can do whatever you want. If you're making parts and selling and doing that kind of stuff with the doing business part of stuff in Thailand. I'm just giving you a heads up. It could be wrong. You might have it all figured out, but if it was me, I would pull that video down. That's just me. Hope you're well, by the way, David. Hey, Gary, how you doing? But I noticed when I watched it, because I was interested in those deals. And I get a bunch of people asking me, where can you get the brackets? They've been asking me that forever. And I said, I don't know. I bought them off of Lasada in Thailand. So, but what you were saying would be a good thing. If it's just going to that guy and he's the one that's doing all the transactions, I don't see any problem. But I'm just giving you a heads up, David. Okay, good. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you knew. And I just didn't get around because I procrastinated and my mind's going. I need my methylene blue. And I got to go get that too. Go down and pay 800 baht at the post office and get those so I can start on that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up. And I should have done it right when I thought about it, just texted you or something. And I don't know. So I'll do the next best thing with Ty. I remember talking to Mitch, 4 or 5 years ago, and had one of these, and you had some on your desk in Seattle when we were first corresponding. How long has that been? 5 years? 6 years? It's been a long time. A lot of people. Everybody that like I said, people can say, oh, YouTube sucks and you can't make any money and Google steals everything and, they take all your money. Do they? Nah, I don't know. It's their company, But for me, I wouldn't know Mitch. I wouldn't know David. I wouldn't know anybody that's on here. The Pauls that are in here, the Garys, everybody that I've met, Chuck and Joe and everybody. I wouldn't know any of them, So I don't know. I'm perfectly happy with YouTube. I don't have any problem with them at all. But it's been a long time with Mitch. And I think when I first, and I didn't really realize that almost within days, me and Joe came the same year, 2018, in I think November, and I don't know exactly because I don't remember what day. I go back and probably try it, but I know Joe keeps track of all that. He probably doesn't even need any methylene blue. But yeah, I didn't know that. I realized we've basically been in Thailand the exact same time. Over 6, wow. Amazing, right? Seems like yesterday. But, and Robert Mack and Mark and Rayong and just everybody. Just great people. Everybody that I met. We've had a lot of fun. Yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe that either. Seemed like we were just talking about, I think you should go to the Phuket thing and take their 2-week, whatever it is. I still remember all that. Surprised I remember that. But, yeah, so the solar thing I'm digging. I like my outside man cave. Like I said, I got to get a cutoff saw and start practicing welding because it's been so long. I've got a little welding table inside. I don't really have that much to do. I was kind of hoping to get the trailer out without any weight on the back. So I might have, even if I take the 125. So I'm just going to tell the lady, I want to plug it in. I'm going to keep it here for every day that I'm here, how much you're going to charge me. And I might only be here 2 or 3, 4 days in a week, but I want to keep it here for a week or two just so I can go back and forth and maybe fish or do whatever I want to do. For every day I'm here, you can ding me for whatever you want. And I'll make sure that I have air conditioning and all that. Don't have to worry about it. And see what you said. They were pretty good people. And I'd like to do that. And then I want to see what it's, I got to get out the scale and put it on there now that I've got a good flat concrete base. I can get a better reading than I could in the dirt and mud over across the street on tongue weight and see the difference. And like I said, I think I'm going to go with something like this e-bike. They're 80 pounds. Something that's fully suspended like this one. It'll go like 50, 60, 80 kilometers. It says more. and it'll do like 30 miles an hour. So, and they're not terrible. I think I could probably. That guy hasn't returned my my text to him. It's cheap, but I think in the 15, 18, something like that, I could get a secondhand one that's fully suspended. Even if it had front suspension on it, and but I want the big tired deal, so that way if I'm out, because like the only time I've really used it when we went on that caravan concert thing that we went to, we drove it around, it was nice, but I could do that with the e-bike. And she, the oldest, really digs the 125. I've had it off there, and it's almost like her deal, I guess. So we'll see. You're at lunch. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. I'm just bullshitting, the microphone, trying to get that right. This one just isn't going to work. So I'm going to try. Right now, it's through the computer, and I think it's probably good enough for, out here for the, the people that normally come in and watch my live streams. But I'd like to get the headphones to work because I like being able to hear myself in my ear, and so I'll do some other stuff. So this was just to check and see if I could fix this damn thing, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. And from what they're telling me, the sound isn't horrible, and it's just through this all-in-one Acer that I bought from my wife's. It was their retired computer. They got new computers 6-8 months ago, a year ago, I guess, and it's great. So I moved this from inside the house, and now I've still got all my setup in there. So. Let's see. The only person I didn't know for 20 times to work with the States. Really? Portrait interview. Very cool. Yeah, I just watched, because I'm a member to Chuck Station, so I watched his recent one. His mom, I guess, is coming back. And, he's got to do some stuff, but I guess she wants to go to Udon, so to live. Which I'm sure Chuck would probably like. It gives him more reason to go over there and golf and not have to make up excuses to golf because people don't like it. I always write him, well, I haven't in a while. You don't do enough golf videos. I'm going to unsubscribe. Bust his stones a little bit, but I like Chuck. Chuck's a good man. So hopefully if he has to, he's going to have a lot of work, putting everything good. Yeah, I don't know. People are saying it does. I got a fan right here blowing on me. The fans are in that the background. A lot of the background noise is in the solar system. So I don't know, but yeah. So I don't feel. I guess he's going for 4 days, and I'm going to try to get her a condo there. So that'll be interesting. See, I didn't really. I only went to see Tim there once. And we flew to Phuket to go on the sail fishing expedition, which hopefully we're going to do again. Aaron was talking about it in the last live stream. But I didn't really cruise around Udon. Maybe I'll take the Forza and head that way next time Chuck goes and is going to be out and about on the town, and maybe check out Udon. I don't know what it's. Chuck's videos. He's got actually quite a few videos recently on Udon. He's probably got 50 videos out from when he first started doing it. And I always say that to anybody that's watching. You really want a travel channel. You really want to see what different places in Thailand are like. Chuck and Paige's No Time to Be Sad. You can go on there in their archives and stuff, and they've been pretty much every town or province in Thailand 2, 3, 4 times. So you can get a good idea of what it's like and where you want to go. Day in the mail, should have bought Hello Kitty ones. Yeah, these ones are the ones that I bought originally. It has the mic on it for the my racing. But now that optical virtual reality thing that I wear, it has a microphone, and the guys when I'm racing, they're saying it sounds perfect. So it's, it's not like it's all crackly or something. So I just retired these. So I brought them out here to use. They got that nice glow in the dark green cable. So we'll see. And they don't plug in. They're hardwired. So anyway. So God, I've been doing a live stream for an hour. Amazing. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, I don't know. So I wanted to make sure. So I think the setup without a microphone, maybe I'll try some of my battery wireless microphones and plug it in and fart around with it during one of the live streams. But I've got, this is the one, and like I was saying, that hotspot, this is the one that I take with me and bought for the trailer so that I have it with me and I always have internet. Hasn't let me down yet. And my little phone that has the NT card in it too, that basically has a hotspot, does the same thing. But it makes it nice. So I'd like to get out on that, relax, maybe just, like I said, maybe drown a worm or two, and I don't know what's in there. Let me pull it up and see. No, just still discharging at 1,800 watts. Let's see what the other, see what the trailer has charged to. One. 73, that's 249 volt, wrong one. 54%, what was it, 41%, I think, when we started it an hour ago when we started the live stream. So it'll charge up. I'll be out here for probably another couple of hours and then go in and relax. And like I said, that fence I went over, we're going to put in 4 by 5 inch by 5 inch concrete, 2.5 meter concrete pillars. I bought that. I think I showed you, let me show you that auger. It's done. And it's 25. What happened to it? I don't have it up there. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Soda. Sorry. Yeah. Hate it when I don't have everything ready. But I figure, I don't know, and I've got this thing too, and anybody that is in the area, let's see if I can bring this up, to use or need, by all means, let me know. My orders over here, go to here, go back to StreamYard. Okay, here we is. So it's they've got different ones. This is the one I got. It's 25 centimeters, and they sell it accordingly. Goes down cheaper in value, but that's at 125 cc. So he'll punch those in the bottom. He'll pour 2 inches of concrete, let that cure overnight, set them, level them up, and then fill that 25. And he's going to oval it out a little bit and fill it up with concrete. So, and then I got, like I said, the metal, the typical ones that we use for building most of the roofs and everything is a 2 by 1. There'll be 2 supports on and screwed into the concrete, and then we're using 2 meter of roofing, the painted stuff, and I'm going to put it 30 or 40, 50 centimeters into the ground so the animals can't dig out or dig in. And those were Well, the whole thing's going to be 67, and I still got to do the front. So I'm going to try to do all the fencing. The front will be the big gate, the pillars, just like my front of my house here in Surin, match that. And I'm hoping to get it all done for 100. And we're hoping to get the solar done in Ubon for 100, and I'm hoping to get at least the foundation and the pillars and maybe some of the sheet metal or the steel structures and the roof out of that last 100 that I have, out of that 300 that was in that bank, and I'll be a happy camper. Hey, Daz, what's up? Are you here or are you in at home? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, be right there. So you are here, or you just kidding with Mitch? But yeah, so the man garage or the man cave and the bikes and working on it and having the tools. I've got some more tools that I want to get, so I'll do that. And I'm happy with it. In the States, when are you coming back before Christmas, or are you going to be gone until after Christmas? I imagine you'll probably be back before Christmas and then go back for Christmas. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I like to meet up and you know, I don't want to piss on Mitch's parade, but maybe split a smoothie or something. You never know. Anyway, but yeah, so the garage is pretty much done. I have to paint. The steel here is the only thing that's left to paint. I might put another coat of epoxy on the floor, although it's fine. Ubon, and put in that same system that I have here. That is the 6.2 kW of solar, and put that in there, and then start the 2-bedroom house on this property that's right next door to mine that we purchased. Got a hell of a deal on, and mom and dad can have their own pad and do what they want to do. Up to them. All right, Ron. Take it easy, brother. Hope you're well. It's been longer than a normal live stream. Watch my 1-minute update video. So anyway, so that's about it. Hoping to get to. I want to take the 750. I put up the floorboards on. I put the mirrors, stock mirrors, back on it. It runs okay. I feel confident enough to get it out on the road and maybe go towards Chuck's. After home 4 or 5 hours. I'd like to talk Andrew into going with me once he feels confident enough to ride that far. We're going to go to Buriram, I think, as an initial little run, and see how it runs there. And then, like I said, the guy's putting together 4 little matched up, some kind of spark plug deal he runs, and the guy that Honda's buddy, and they ordered some to get rid of that after fire, a little bit of fresh air intake deal that they don't think's right, and it should be 95, 98%, which is fine. Got no problem. All right, take it easy, Gary. 3 months and bounce 3 months and bounce 3 months, and usual. Cool. I'll have to try to meet up with you guys in next time you guys all get together. My problem is I just won't go, and Chuck invites me, and I know it won't be any problem with the people that go with him. You, Mitch, I just say, hey, you guys want to walk around Vietnam for 9 million steps? Hey, have at it. I'll text you when it's lunchtime. I'll get my driver here to drive me around so I can see the sights, and then we'll meet up for lunch, and you can go walk another 9 million steps, and then at dinner time we'll all meet up and eat. That would be my vacation, going with you guys. My knees won't do it. I will for sure. I will let you know. And like I said, you guys are more than welcome to come out there when he's doing it. And like I said, I got bedrooms and all that, so you don't have to lay out any money. Not that that's a big deal. And you're used to sleeping on the floor because I watched you guys do it for a year. Because the only ones, my bedroom has a bed. The rest of them just have those I think what you slept on for a year, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll definitely let you know. Probably something you'd want to see being done, and wrap with him and say, okay, can you come over for one day in a week and a half, and I'll have all the stuff down, the panels there, blah blah blah, and you probably can do everything that I need you to do in a day. Shoot me a price and we'll do it. So it'll give you a better idea. But yeah, you're more than welcome. Anytime. Daz will be back August. Tire was. You dox him a little bit there. Of course, no one watches my channel, so I want to say you're fairly safe. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming to the test. Hopefully the sound wasn't horrible, but we'll see. I'm still going to do what's today. Today's Monday, right? Probably still going to go Wednesday. I'll do a little one, an hour deal on Wednesday. I don't have any outros anymore because I don't pay them their $50 a month or whatever it is. But I will. I'll do it on Wednesday, and then hopefully I can get together with you guys next time, because I know I already talked about, hey Randy, what's up? Just getting ready to go. To Chuck about it before in the past, I said I just can't, do that, and as long as no one is busting my stones, or how come you don't tell me? Just go do your shit, and I'll be happy. Because I'll just we did it in Mexico when I went with the one that passed, and I would just get out there. You have those taxis out there and go, okay, Jack, how much all day long you show me Acapulco? How much will that cost me? What do you usually get in a day? Oh, I get this much. I'll double that, and you take us wherever we want to go in your air-conditioned cab, and we'll have a good time and eat some good food. You'll eat with us, and that's what I did there. And that's what I would do probably if I went to Vietnam or stuff. But I don't have that option with the wife. It's harder to do. All right, I'm gonna just hit the end stream and it'll go away. And thanks everybody. If anybody watches this in the future, hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. So I'm gonna sign off and sign out. And see ya.